Do you know what this is? So I'm sure you can see all the junk behind me, and you just got a little sneak peek at one of my core features in my trailer build, but that isn't what we're talking about today. And so the name of this video is, as you saw in the title, it's about being without internet for the last, it's been almost a full year. This time last year in May and June I had disconnected. I thought I was going to be leaving last spring from some family stuff, and then I hooked back up, and then I unhooked at the end of July. And so I haven't had active internet for most of the last 12 months. So I wanted to talk just briefly about what that's been like, some of the positives, some of the negatives. And with the sidebar, this is not a how to fix my problem video. This is what the experience of not having Wi-Fi basically for the last year has been for me. Some of the changes that I've made and some of the decisions I've made in terms of going forward. So we're going to take a deep breath, and if you want to hear about that, I will see you from the other side. I think this is all indentation from my safety glasses. This is because I'm not sleeping. Oh, so. So it's been really hard. So my plan for disconnecting from the internet was really to make it be a temporary situation. I thought I was going to be leaving, and the company said, oh, you need to give us 30 days notice. And so, you know, that was in the future. So I decided, plus they made me mad because they were totally overcharging me for crappy service, that I got mad and made the decision that, you know, you can just take it out and I will just deal with it for 1 or 2 months, and then I will be someplace else. And here we are a year later. So this was not my intention to go without internet for an entire year. And you know, so some of the big problems with it have been is you cannot run an online business when you are not online. And just before anybody wants to problem solve for me, I have 1/2 bar. There's my half a bar is my average cell phone connection. So sometimes I can get internet, sometimes I can't, but it's so spotty and so inconsistent on my phone. It hasn't been a proper substitute. I do have a hotspot, so for emergency, like if somebody signs up or buys something, or I need to do something on the membership site. So, but data is expensive in a hotspot, and no T-Mobile, I wasn't able to get that set up here. So with that said, you know, I've just been going into town, into the library, and uploading because they have blazing fast internet. And that's been great because what would take me 3 hours to upload here goes up in like 3 minutes. So that part has been excellent, is to understand what fast Wi-Fi does. But the worst part about it, though, has been this sense of disconnection from you guys and from others, but mostly, you know, online, because I can't be responsive. It's been extremely difficult to, I don't like to type on my phone, and so there's a time delay between oftentimes when you guys send something, I might see a comment or an email, because I can read it sometimes, but you know, that might be, you know, 9 o'clock at night, or it might be 4 o'clock in the morning, and I can't type easily on my phone. So I just have made the rule that unless it's an emergency or one sentence, I don't type on my phone. So, and I don't like the way that feels at all. And so the flip side to that has been all the information about health and Wi-Fi. And so I have found myself torn between not ever getting it again or what I will do. You know, in my perfect world, what I would really like in the future, which I don't envision, is fiber optic cable underground and a landline, and then just have a cell phone for emergency and not even leave it turned on. because I think that we are killing ourselves, and convenience is killing us in 1,000 different ways. So part of my decision is I don't know if I'm going to go back to ever having Wi-Fi in my home, other than a phone that I keep, like 10 feet away from me, because, all that stuff that's in the air that we can't do anything about. But I don't want the signal boosted and blasted within the home environment. And so I am really rethinking everything about how I want to move forward without ever having full-on Wi-Fi until I can hardwire it in. Some of the interesting things have been where when you watch videos, I used to watch short videos. Now, because if I ever do watch a video, I have to download it and bring it home. I prefer the longer ones. I prefer the longer audio because I transfer the audio to my MP3 player, and I like to listen when I walk and I work. So I really prefer audio to video. I'm actually switching more to print information, blogs, instead of videos. We do that how-to thing on the video because it's easier for me to find a quick answer on my in written form, because I can't stream a video and I don't want to spend the data time trying to wait for the answer, if it's even in there, which I totally get. My videos are like that too. But it's really changed how I seek out information. And a lot of times I just make lists until I go into town to the library, and then download videos or articles that are specific to what I want to learn about. But the flip side to that is that a lot of times I don't feel like staying in town, especially now it's too hot because the library's been closed because of the COVID thing. And so it's just a lot of stuff I let go because I can't look it up. It's made it difficult to stay on top of current events. I can read headlines, but it's been really interesting. The other thing that's been really interesting is that people communicate with video. So people will send me videos instead of an email saying what they want to tell me. They send me a video telling me to watch that. First of all, I don't know why I'm supposed to watch it. Second of all, I can't watch it. And, maybe 1% of the time will I actually download and watch it. But even after I say I don't watch videos, people still send me videos. But that's how we communicate now. We communicate through sending a video link for information, which I think is really interesting. It's also really changed what kind of information I seek. Uh-oh, my back is cramping up. And it also has changed how much time I spend online, which is obviously just not very much, because I have no patience to sit at the library and just, blather online the way I do at home. I think I'm dying. So that's really changed, which is, these are things that I hadn't really thought about or anticipated. So the positives are that I don't spend hardly any time online anymore. And the negatives are I feel disconnected from my online world. But I don't know how to live in a world that would be offline 100% of the time. It's really difficult to not be able to just look stuff up because you have a question. And especially as I'm trying to build things, trying to figure out how to do stuff, I have to wait, go to town, download, that kind of thing. So, and ever since this virus thing, before I was going to town almost every day, now I'm only going to town maybe once or twice a week. So it's really changed things, and it's changed me for the better and for the worse. But it's also created a different conversation and in my head. And I think the most important thing is, and this is what I'm really trying to factor into my future, is how we just have so much useless information, which is kind of my complaint about these videos, is that we spend an incredible amount of time absorbing information that has no value. And that's just from my perspective. You can see what yours is, but I don't miss it at all. I don't miss just that getting lost online, where you just are going from video to video and you're like, how did I get here? And I've never been one to watch, the cat videos, that kind of stuff. But it's been interesting. So those are just some of my takeaways in that process. And I think I have something that's going to change the game here coming up in June. I think I found a way to get more consistent, at least cell phone internet in the house at a more reasonable price. So, because obviously if I had an infinite supply of money, I could probably buy my own satellite and it would be a non-issue. So we'll just see what the future holds. I know that one of the futures is the low-flying satellite, which will delay all that, will take away all that lag time that normal satellite internet has. But again, you know, with the Wi-Fi and the radiation and all that stuff and the surveillance, you know, I'm really planning a future with less internet, but I also am planning a future with no internet, because I think that is a very definite possibility, especially as we get closer to the election, if everybody doesn't get their way. So we will see, but I'm just checking in to say hi. I'm just giving you a little feedback on something I've been thinking a lot about, and what I'm going to do next with this trailer, how I'm going to build, what systems I'm going to build in. And I think, you know, the Wi-Fi world may be coming to an end. And I'm tired of all the techie gadgets. You know, it's like, I know I could get a cell phone booster. I know I could get a Wi-Fi signal. I mean, it's on and on and on and on. It's more money, more technology, more money, more technology. And everything I'm trying to do is to reduce my stuff and my demands. I keep wanting to simplify, simplify, simplify. So I think we're going to wrap it up. I've rambled on way too long, sitting in my soon-to-be tub, and I will see you next time.